in the cold, dark silence of a June night in 2015. The Clinton Correctional Facility in Dannemora, New York, stood like a stone fortress. Its massive walls guarded hundreds of inmates, all sleeping, completely unaware of the drama unfolding deep within the prison's bowels. But two men, Richard, Matt, and David Sweat, were wide awake. They moved with the focused precision of people who had spent months rehearsing every single second of this plan. Inside the labyrinth of pipes and utility shafts, the air was thick with the smell of metal dust and old machinery. Tiny sparks danced in the darkness as they used small, illegal tools to cut through the steel walls of their cells. These tools had been smuggled in, piece by piece, by a woman who should have never been part of this story. Joyce Mitchell. She was a prison employee who had been sucked into their world of manipulation. Twisted promises and danger until she couldn't tell right from wrong anymore. As Matt pressed his ear against the cold steel, listening for the faint sound of a guard's footsteps, Sweat was already crawling deeper into a narrow maintenance tunnel. The cold metal scraped against his arms, and the darkness was so complete it swallowed everything except the weak beam of his flashlight. Every movement was slow, agonizing, the kind that makes every bone in your body ache. But the dream of freedom, the pure, raw idea of it, pushed them forward. Above them, the prison seemed to be alive, breathing with the groans of old pipes and the hiss of vents. Distant footsteps echoed like ghosts down empty hallways. Yet, no one suspected that just a few feet beneath the floor, two inmates were methodically slipping out of a place designed to keep them trapped forever. At that same moment, Joyce Mitchell sat alone in her car just outside the prison gates. Her hands trembled on the steering wheel, and her heart pounded in her chest as she imagined what would happen if anyone discovered her part in this. The guilt was a crushing weight, but fear held her frozen in place, waiting for a signal that would never actually come. Back in the tunnels, Sweat found it. The final steel pipe leading to the outside world. It was a passage so narrow it looked impossible to get through. But he forced himself in, pushing inch by painful inch through the suffocating darkness. He could feel rusted bolts digging into his skin, but he kept going. Matt followed right behind him, grunting under his breath, but absolutely refusing to stop. They were too close now. When they finally broke through that last barrier, the cold night air hit them like a physical shock. It was the first taste of the freedom they had only dared to dream about 4 years. The sky above was a deep, silent blue, and the small town of Dannemora slept peacefully under the dim glow of its streetlights, completely oblivious to the history being made just yards away. Matt and Sweat crawled out onto the pavement, breathing heavily, their hearts hammering against their ribs. They looked back at the massive prison behind them, its lights, its walls, its intimidating power, and realized that for the first time in years, there was nothing standing between them and the open world. Without a single word, they slipped into the shadows, disappearing between houses and trees. Each step took them further from the life they had known and deeper into what would soon become one of the largest and most intense manhunts in American history. As they vanished into the darkness, the prison remained silent, completely unaware that two of its most dangerous inmates had just outsmarted the entire system, and that by the time the sun came up, everything would change forever. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as gripping as I did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more incredible true stories. See you next time!